This is Angry Grandpa, owner of the Angry Grandpa show, and some of you may have watched him. May his soul rest in peace. I remember I used to watch this guy almost every single day. I'd come back from school, I'd watch the little pranks, his son would play on him and everything, and it was a good time. This was like the golden era of YouTube, the golden era which I will resurrect. And this is Kid Behind the Camera, Angry Grandpa's morbidly obese son, a walking bowling ball. So let's visualize this together. Michael Green, Kid Behind the Camera, is at the grocery store and he's shopping for groceries. He's getting all of his bullshit. He's getting his donuts, he's getting his ramen, he's getting his bread, he's getting his tortillas, he's getting his cakes, he's getting all of that stuff. And then he's walking to the car, flip-flopping. You know that fat man walk where they walk and it's like their bones are almost disintegrating? He's walking to the car and his kids are with him, right? So he enters his car and then he plops in the groceries and everything. He gets into the driver's seat and he's waiting. He's waiting for his wife, Bridget West, a morbidly obese wildebeest. She enters the car, and when she enters, the car wobbles. Over 250 pounds this woman is. The car wobbles. And he looks at her with her little whiskers and her beard hair coming out of her, and she's got unshaved armpits and it's crusting out of her shirt. And he looks at her disgusted, but he can't do anything. He looks the same, if not worse. What's he gonna do? Hey Bridget, can you please lose some weight and shave your little, your beard hairs, and also you're a little stinky. You haven't showered for a couple of days, and I know it's a bit hard getting into the bathtub because of all the weight, but I know I haven't showered in a couple of days either, but I need you, please. What? Boom! She's gonna fucking smack him. So he drives out of the parking lot with all of the bullshit groceries in the back, and the kids are happy they're in the back. Little do they know they're going to be abused as children because of how these parents live their lives. Morbidly obese, disgusting foods, baby formula, cereals for breakfast every morning. But Kid Behind the Camera, Michael, is driving and he pulls up to a traffic stop. And all of a sudden, he sees a supercar roll up beside him, or a beautiful luxury car. And he looks inside and he sees a man in shape, well groomed, looking sharp, looking clean, looking aesthetic. And beside the man in the passenger seat is a supermodel, beautiful. His wife, magnificently beautiful, in shape. She's fit and everything. She's super pretty, and she looks so feminine and beautiful. And Michael can't help but just stare. He can't do anything. He's just gonna stare at the girl. And all of a sudden, Bridget starts yelling at him in the middle of the traffic stop. Michael, what are you doing? She starts smacking him. She starts beating the shit out of him. And the guy is just looking at this weird, obese, behemothic, gargantuan, gargoyle-like couple. What the fuck are they doing? Michael couldn't do anything but wish he was in that guy's shoes. And then all of it, he's just driving there at the traffic stop. He looks to the right. This bowling ball of a wife with this disgusting belly and beard hairs coming out of her face, unshaved, ungroomed, disgusting, smelly car. And this happens to Michael every single week of every single month of every single year of his miserable, morbidly obese life. Now what he has is fame. Don't get me wrong, the guy's famous. He's got millions of subscribers, he's got views, he's got all that. But what he doesn't have is standards for himself or his wife or his family or his own health. And that disgusting reality, by the way, this disgusting reality that so many of guys live with their obese, disgusting wife coming from the grocery store. Hey babe, you're disgusting. Yeah, that reality is coming to you. Let me give you a little statistic here. 70%, not 50, not 30, not 10, not in between. 70%, which means more than the majority. 70% of in-shape guys when they were younger, you're in school, you're in college, you're in university, you're a young man, you're at work, you're in shape. You might be in decent shape right now watching these videos and everything, right? You might look at the fitness space and you have knowledge, knowledge of the bench press. Okay, you might be in shape. 70% of guys lose it all Just a couple of years after this phase you might be experiencing, 70% of guys lose it all, which means they get disgustingly out of shape. They get horribly out of shape to the point like their armpits haven't seen sunlight in years. And like some armpit cheese grows on. Oh, bro. Oh, man. Imagine having a wife that's got armpit cheese, bro. What? Oh, my God, man. Now I said 70%. Bro, you are the 70%. Oh, bro, no, not me. You know, now you must be saying, no way, this can't be me. I know all of the Jeff Nippard secrets, and I know all of this bullshit, all of these excuses, all of these thoughts you might have. Well, guess what? These 70% of guys, you go speak to them, you go have one conversation with them, and they'll tell you, yep, that was me. I was reading all the magazines back then, and I bench pressed 405 back in the day. I bench pressed 4 plates. Bodybuilding has been a thing for a while, you donkey. It's been a thing for a while, but they fell off. They all fell off. 70% of them fell off, right? And here's you saying, oh, bro, but it's not me. It's not me. I'm the exception, bro. They all said that. They all said that too. I'm the exception, bro. So stop the fucking ego for a second. For one moment in your life, just stop the ego and listen up. No way, Ali. I'm not gonna listen to you, man. I go to the gym every day. Yeah, they all said that too. Don't even try, bro. Don't even try giving me one excuse. Because everything you're saying right now, that strong belief that you won't mess up, you won't fuck up, you'll keep going to the gym till the day you die, that strong belief you and I have, guess what? They all said it, you dumbass. All of them said, no way, not me. So don't even try. So who is saved from this bacterium, this live human-sized bacterium of a wife in the future? Well, it's the guys with standards. It's the guys with standards who keep their standards. Chances are you're young right now. You have good standards. You know, you see yourself gain a couple of pounds and you're like, I don't really like it. Let me try and cut a little bit. Those standards begin to die down the line. It's only the ones who keep their standards. And also, the guys who keep their testosterone levels magnificently through the roof. And we have a full testosterone guide that gets you to over 1,000, and it keeps you there forever inside Blackthorn. It's the first link in the description. But most importantly, it's the guy who's always in shape. The guy who's almost fat phobic. He's always in shape and he's fat phobic, bro. He looks at a fat person and just gets disgusted. That's the guy. That, I know it sounds weird, it sounds crazy, it sounds like I'm being an asshole. This is the guy who keeps his standards and lives a good life. The guy who's genuinely fat phobic. I'm gonna get banned. The guy who can lead by example. The second you gain a few pounds, that's not like planned, you said I'm gonna gain it for the bulk or whatever. The second you gain those pounds, unplanned for, you're opening a door for yourself and for your future wife. You're opening a door that says, it's fine for me. It's completely okay for me to gain a couple of pounds. I accept it. And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna gain more pounds and more pounds and more pounds. All of a sudden, your BMI is 27, and then it's 28, and then it's 29, and then it's 30. Congratulations, you're obese right now. And then when you're looking for a wife, or if you already have one, she's been looking at you this whole time, and she either left you, or she followed in your footsteps. And she knows you're the only person who will accept her fat ass because, well, you're a fucking fat ass. So you have to be jacked and fat phobic forever. Tell me, 1 second, just tell me. When have you ever seen a jacked guy? And not in shape, right? Not just, skinny, lean, whatever, not just fit. I mean jacked. When have you ever seen a jacked guy with a fat woman? You don't. That stuff doesn't happen. You never see jacked guys with disgusting girlfriends. Never. This doesn't happen. This equation doesn't happen. You might see like some skinny guy with like a crappy girl. You might see just a regular kind of skinny fat. He's got some chub. He's like bear mode, whatever. Maybe the girl is also not even bear mode, just like fat, right? Because bear mode is actually planned for. You'll see him with like a disgusting girlfriend sometimes. When you see an aesthetic jacked guy, he's never with a disgusting girlfriend. It doesn't happen. Even rich guys, you see a lot of rich and fat guys. They're married and you look at their wives and their wives are disgusting. Their wives are actually filthy. That little, that visualization I told you at the beginning, that happens to millions, if not billions of guys every single day. They're in the car, they're at the traffic stop, they look at their wife's disgusting side profile and they think, what the fuck did I do to myself? Why is she still here? Why is she still here? And they don't even try and help her lose weight. Like, if you're scared to tell her, bro. You're fucking scared to tell her, please, you need to, not even please, you're scared to tell her to lose some damn weight. You're built like a wildebeest. You're built like a fucking ape. You're built like a gorilla. That's what you're built like, and you're scared to tell her, hey, you kind of look gross. Are you serious? And you hate your existence. You know why you're scared to tell her, bro? Let's say you were jacked, right? And you saw your girl gain a couple of pounds. You have zero issues. You'd have zero issues with telling her, yeah, fix this shit or I'm leaving. I don't have this standard, right? I've done this shit too. I've done this shit in the past, right? When you have standards, people will fucking listen to you. Don't ever try and get a girl to lose weight if you're a fatso. If you are a fucking torta, if you're a piece of cake, bro, and not even the good kind of cake, if you're a fucking bowling ball of a man, don't even dare try to speak to him and tell her, cut, please cut. So you see rich guys, but not jacked guys with disgusting girlfriends. Well, how do you get jacked then? Well, pretty simple, bro. There's so much fitness information out there. Simply eat well, eat proper, good foods, and just go through like 3 bulking and cutting cycles throughout your life, and then just like main gain for the rest of your life. Keep going to the gym, keep going to the gym, keep going to the gym. Do your, keep doing your strength training. If you want, I can help you with that 1-to-1 again in Blackthorn. But it's pretty simple. Just get jacked. But here's the thing, getting jacked is pretty easy. It's the annoying part, which is staying jacked forever. And again, I'll repeat it. It's being fat phobic that will keep you jacked. So fat phobic, in fact, to the point where it literally disgusts you, not just because of looks, but because of lack of dietary hygiene, lack of discipline, and lack of intelligence these people have, these fat fucks have. When I see an undisciplined man, when I see a man riddled with comfort and softness, I get disgusted. Not just because they're fat as fuck, but just because they emanate weakness. And less intelligence is actually a real thing. Their own brain, these fat ass people, their own brain is so clogged up, it's so inflamed, and they literally have less gray matter in the brain. They have less gray matter. Imagine that. The stuff that makes you, stuff that keeps your brain healthy and intelligent, they have less of that. These dopamine hungry apes. Fucking disgusting. This fat positivity bullshit, man, has ruined generations. Genuinely ruined and killed generations. This diabetes epidemic, this obesity epidemic, you don't need it. This shouldn't fucking exist. Oh, but I prefer to be a torta. Nothing positive about this shit. You need to start fat shaming people more. Start fat shaming yourself. Start fat shaming the people who are fat around you. This needs to come back. Bullying needs to come back. You know what? Matter of fact, if you want to get fat shamed out of your disgusting physique, then join Blackthorn. 95% of us are jacked there, and we're gonna keep making fun of you and fat shaming you until you get jacked. We actually do this all the time. We speak on calls and everything, and if someone is like slightly off, we actually call them out for this shit. And we keep on doing it until they fix up and get jacked. If you join Blackthorn today, I'm gonna give you a 6 months physique transformation guarantee. And if your physique doesn't transform within 6 months, bro, I'll get fat. You know how much I hate this shit. And trust me, I've gotten fat before. I know how to control my weight like a roller coaster. Bulks and cuts. Trust me, I know how to do this. So join Blackthorn is the first link in the description. And stay away from fat people. Time to be fat phobic. Bring the movement back. Always not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.